TWA guys facing another star, Wolfie D.
I don't need a people's eyebrow. I don't need 24-inch pythons. I'm the TWA television champion. I said I'll defend my title against anybody, and I'm going to do just that. American Dragon, you may have been all over the world, but I'm going to see you tonight in the ring.
From the beautiful facility known as Far West Rodeo in San Antonio, Texas, TWA Total Impact is underway. Kevin Vargas and the man.
I'll tell you what, Kevin Vargas, this first man, the American Dragon, international star, trained in Tokyo, Japan, in the dojos of Tokyo, Japan, makes his home in the United States, but this man is something to see. He is a rising star here in the Texas Wrestling Alliance, I guarantee it.
And here comes the holder of the TV title.
Ladies and gentlemen, now entering the arena, he is your Texas Wrestling Alliance television champion from San Antonio, Texas, Rudy Boy.
Well, I guess you can tell by the response from the fans that they do not like the fact that Rudy Boy Gonzalez has turned his back not only on the fans, but on his heritage.
Rudy Boy and his little tirade against his heritage, you know, it's kind of a real, can you believe he's doing this? I mean, he's saying there's no Hispanic blood in him. However, he did not get that tint from Custom Sounds. Take a look at that color there, Rudy Boy. And with a name like Gonzalez,
He was not a real good tanning, bad boy. He doesn't waste time getting right on the dragon, does he?
once again, Rudy Boy moving in immediately, starts throwing the big fist, saying, "Here, here, rookie." Whip into the ropes, off comes Dragon. Nice duck under. Stops, blocks, and reverse flip on Rudy Boy. Down he goes.
I tell you what, I think we're going to see things from the Dragon that we have not seen from many TWA stars.
American Dragon up, and with the big drop kick, Rudy Boy Gonzalez out, and he's into the guardrail, meeting the first row of fans.
For such a young guy, you have to admire the experience level that the Dragon is showing at this point.
Rudy Boy not the most graceful trying to get back in the ring there. American Dragon flips him over, hangs on to that headlock. Rudy Boy thought he was going to get out of it, but not when you hang on tight. Lock it in and let your momentum carry your opponent over. And there's one of the disadvantages to having a mask.
Well, first you said it was long hair, then you said it was the mask. I guarantee you, Kevin, if there's anything up there, somebody's going to grab a hold of it.
No doubt about it. Anything you can do to take that shortcut, and Rudy Boy is not one opposed to shortcuts.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah, you're smart, Rudy. Turn around. American Dragon flips him over.
Beautiful horse run into
Quick
the thing hold.
No, only the 2 count, only the 2 count. It's got to take more than that to take out Rudy Boy Gonzalez. He did not get to be the TV champion by just laying down real quick and letting people push him around.
Well, plus you're talking about the experience level. 15 years that Rudy Boy's got. The American Dragon, from what I understand, mysterious past, from what I understand, he's been in the wrestling business less than 6 months.
You always got to wonder, though, Sean, when the wrestlers come in a mask, do they have a past? Are they somebody they don't want their opponent to realize who they are? Or are they maybe just figuring, if I don't tell them who I am, even if I don't have experience, maybe they'll be wondering about it. Rudy Boy picks up the Dragon, slams him down. Rudy Boy Gonzalez measures up the knee. No one home. American Dragon, he's up quickly. Little Three Stooges action, the mode of the eyes. That staggers an opponent every time. Rudy Boy trying to take out the American Dragon with the help of the turnbuckle. Whips him in, follows it up, and gets a foot to the face.
Big foot by the Dragon. Whoa, one hop. Look at that. Whoa.
Beautiful flip. No one home. Ow.
Unbelievable athleticism. One hop up to that top rope. Went for the moonsault, but as you said, Kevin, nobody home.
Nothing like feeling like one of the flapjacks on the way down. Rudy Boy makes the pin. Not enough, not enough. This American Dragon is spunky. Rudy Boy's going to have to take him a little more serious. Once again, jawing with the fans, especially the Hispanic fans, the Mexican fans at ringside. He's got that little vendetta against his own people.
Well, I tell you what, right now he needs to concentrate on just the American Dragon, because this young man has given the veteran Rudy Boy all he can handle.
Reversal. Dragon goes down. Rudy Boy up and over. Off the ropes. Under, picks him up. Oh! Slingshots him off the top rope and then pancakes him in the middle of the ring. Rudy Boy thinking the fans are on his side chanting his name until they add an extra word in there.
And sometimes, as you hear a lot of announcers say, guys that wrestle high risk maneuvers, sometimes that works against you, as he just did there against the Dragon. Of course, it doesn't help with the champion throwing you outside on the concrete floor.
American Dragon, trained in Japan. That's the explanation for the mask and many of the high moves. Rudy Boy, I don't care what country you're training from or country you're wrestling in. Neck to the top rope equals windy. Oh! Into the rail. Rudy Boy viciously throws the American Dragon right behind us into the rail. And the crowd is not pleased with that move.
Into the metal rail, and of course, no padded mats on these floors. People want hardcore. TWA is going to give them hardcore. No pads around these rings.
Let's clarify something, Sean. Underneath this mat, underneath the carpet, is the dance floor. And that is an unforgiving floor. Rudy Boy holds up the American Dragon and drops him down. Nice elevation and then brought him down. The longer you hold the opponent up there, the more the blood rushes to the head, the more disoriented they become, and that blow becomes just that more effective.
Either that or he's just showing off, Kev. I'm not sure which one it is.
Rudy Boy definitely has a little bit of that attitude that says, look at me. I'm a superior male. I am not Hispanic. I am a superior man. But how does he get the not Hispanic thing?
Well, I tell you what, I think Rudy is also dealing with a lot of demons from the past. He's very bitter. He doesn't like these young up-and-comers coming on his turf. Treading on his turf, as they say.
Rudy Boy's a veteran, and he has said before, there's a reason he came here, and that is to hold a and every belt. He has started with the television title, and he says that's just the beginning. When it's all said and done, he will be the Grand Slam winner with every belt. And once a member of the Latin Alliance, oh! American Dragon, beautiful move, uses the rope.
Spinning DDT from the second rope.
Walks up over, and Rudy Boy takes the big old flip right on top of his head. American Dragon, crowd behind him. Far West crowd, very much. I don't know if it's so much favoring the American Dragon or they're just dislike for Rudy Boy. Nice roll over the back. Rudy Boy showing the Hercules pose. Sorry, Rudy Boy.
He's got, what's it?
Using the ropes for leverage.
He had him. Rudy's holding the rope there.
The inexperience of the young wrestler. He made a beautiful move, a pinning move on Rudy Boy, but he was way too close to the ropes to be fully effective.
Is it inexperience on the Dragon's part or experience on Rudy Boy's part? And at this point, the Dragon doesn't care. He just knows he got ripped off, and he's going to settle a score.
The slugfest is on.
Oh,
beautiful
nice spinning back kick.
Spinning back kick.
Beautiful
Rudy Boy
spinning
Gonzalez
back kick.
goes right out to the floor to meet some of his fans. Rudy Boy wobbling around, but yes, he's making the sign. I don't think he's calling for a plate of refried beans. He wants his belt.
Well,
once again, the
successful
American
title
Dragon.
defense here by Rudy Boy Gonzalez on our debut show, our debut match here on Total Impact. What a match that should be.
Sorry to interrupt, but 2 weeks ago, you saw my television title match. You saw how it went down. All I'm asking for is one more shot at that TV title.
Well, I tell you what, Dragon,
Not so fast, Whistle Britches. You already had a title shot, and you blew it. The least you can do is give me sloppy seconds.
Boys, boys, boys. You two remind me of a couple of dingling jabronis. I'm the television champion. I decide who, where, and when I wrestle and defend this title. What I'll do for you guys tonight, you two guys wrestle each other. The winner of that match will wrestle me for this belt in 2 weeks.
There you go, guys. You got it right there from the words of the television champions. Go back and get ready. Coming up next, folks, Spanky and the American Dragon to see who is the #1 contender for Rudy Boy's television championship. Spanky! Fans love him, Spanky.
Kevin Vargas and Shawn Michaels at the commentator's booth for TWA Total Impact. And Shawn, one of the new young men on the scene in the TWA. Listen to that crowd. They love Spanky.
That's right. You heard the challenge at the beginning of the show. These two young men are friends, but they are vying to see who will be the #1 contender for the television championship.
He was trained in Tokyo, Japan. He hails from Aberdeen, Washington. Please welcome the American Dragon.
American Dragon a couple of weeks ago put on one awesome awesome show against TV champion Rudy Boy Gonzalez, and he has got some respect from not only the wrestlers, but the fans here at the TWA. This should be one high-impact match, Sean.
That'll be high-impact, high-flying, you name it, these two young can do it. A combination of the Japanese style, American style, luchador, you name it, these two young men can do it.
They remind me a lot of you in your youth, Sean. When you were first getting started, you were taking any risk known. You were going after your opponent, full tilt, holding nothing back, which, no offense, buddy, you did it your whole career. But when you're young and you're hungry, this is where you do it. You prove yourself against competitors who are of the same caliber, and these two are very evenly matched, and they're going to show you one heck of an exhibition as they fight it out tonight for the chance to be the next contender for the television championship of the TWA.
I'll tell you what, Kevin Vargas, to be perfectly honest, I don't know that I was ever this quick. These two young men are lightning fast.
American Dragon whips Spanky in. Nice shoulder block. Into the ropes, up and over. Jumps up, Spanky makes the smart move and hangs on.
Here comes the TWA champion Venom with Buffy. What is
and he's coming up here.
Venom, sit down.
Now what's this all about? We already had one incident a couple of weeks ago. Let's not have another.
Well, let's just commentate on the match.
Crowd behind Spanky. Ooh, big shot by the American Dragon.
Look, Venom, you and I can take this up privately some other time, okay? I mean, I think this is not this.
Listen up. The time's going to come where you're going to have to come clean. You're going to have to tell the truth. You're going to have to let the people know your history with me.
I have no... Ooh, big.
Decapitates Spanky and gets him. Spanky kind of flipped all the way over, and American Dragon took advantage by climbing right on top.
Unbelievable clothesline.
Spanky is funky, though. He's not going to go down that quick.
Oh, no, he is that young. This young man is full of fire. You are going to have to beat him nearly to death to be able to put his shoulders on the mat.
You remember when you and I used to have that kind of fire years ago?
Yes, Venom, I do. I know we were getting out. Look, that was a business decision made many, many years ago. It was the right choice, you know, as well as that.
And it's going to become public.
To the ring, we've got...
Thank you, Kevin.
Okay, I'm glad you're sitting next to him, okay? I'm a little uncomfortable with this.
Let's come.
No disrespect to Venom. No disrespect. You are the champion, but these guys are giving the fans a good match, and they're howling their approval.
Unbelievable.
You're right. They are giving the fans a good match. I got to give them credit for that. But there was two young guys years ago that gave him even better stuff than that.
Look, I got news for you. One of these young gentlemen wins this match, becomes the #1 contender, and then defeats Rudy Boy Gonzalez. They may be looking at a shot at the Texas Wrestling Alliance Championship. Your belt.
Oh, yeah. Spanky slammed down again. Spanky is showing red on the back of the chest. He's taking a good deal of punishment from the American Dragon. It looks like Spanky, just from the red coloring of the body, is taking a little more of the beating.
He's a very resilient young man, but eventually the body has got to give out, taking all that in punishment. There's only so much the human body can endure.
Spanky whips the Dragon in. Spanky, the monkey flip off the rope. Flat goes Dragon. Dragon is down.
Just a big boot to the head.
Hey, why don't you kind of divert from this a little bit? Let's tell the people what exactly happened here.
Pulls him down.
Unbelievable.
Spanky, it looked like he may have banged his head on that.
That was close.
He was holding the back of his skull like that was a little harder impact than Spanky needs at this point if he wants to pull this match out. And the number...
Nice snap suplex there on the part of the American Dragon.
American Dragon is following up very nice. He is taking advantage, going right after Spanky, not giving him a moment to breathe. Spanky getting around here a little. The crowd behind him, and Dragon just baiting him on.
Would you shut up for a second and let me talk? I would like to know when the commish is going to come clean with the wrestling fans and let them know the history between Venom and himself. That's what I want to know.
You and I will have our time to talk about this. Right now, let's have the decency to talk about these two stars. Whoa!
Kick to the head, and Spanky goes down.
Unbelievable. One leap springboard up to the top rope, drop kicking Spanky out there. And then, whoa!
Into the railing. Full impact. That's why it's called Texas Wrestling Alliance Total Impact.
And this is what you will get from these young men and all the Texas Wrestling Alliance stars.
And this is what you'll get every time the champion steps in the ring and waits somebody.
Venom, you are one awesome performer, no doubt about it. One of the toughest men around, but you've got to even admit that these guys, they could even be someday a contender for your title.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Nothing.
Hey, man, just like we used to do. Nothing different. Nothing different. Even better, even higher.
Please, let's just stop. I mean, what a beautiful dive by Spanky from the top rope to the floor here in the far west road.
Face buster straight down. Picked him up. Thought it was going to suplex him, snap him down. Instead, just goes right back down. Spanky goes up. Here he is on the top rope. Oh. Big moonsault. Oh. Not enough. American Dragon.
Three-quarters.
Still putting up the fight. Both of these young men, they realize what's on the line. Rudy Boy Gonzalez, you know he's got to be watching at the back because one of these two wrestlers is going to walk out of here tonight, the #1 contender for the TWA television title.
Wow.
Rudy Boy's in the back, and I'm sure. Oh.
Drops him right down. Brain buster, who's like laying the hammer down on the nail all the way in. Spanky.
Rudy's going to be shaking his boots. I'm sorry to interrupt, Kevin Vargas.
Now this is exciting, Sean. Right here, look at Spanky right now. Goes for the big frog splash. American Dragon with the presence to pull the knees up, and Spanky right now is sucking air.
You know, this is very well and fine and might be exciting, but a few years ago, there was a young tank team called the American Force that did better stuff than these guys would ever think of. Why don't you tell the people? Go ahead, Commish. Tell them.
Let it rest, please.
I'm not going to let it rest.
Sean, I feel like I'm at a high school reunion.
I will not lie to the fans. I will talk to them about this, but perhaps next week, but not during a classic battle such as this.
Spanky throwing slaps. The big chops now on the American Dragon. Dragon in the ropes. He's a little wobbly. Goes to be... No. Rudy Boy. Where did Rudy Boy come from?
Out of the blue, Rudy Boy. And what a
big, vicious forearm.
That is a shame. A classic match such as this be ended like that. Whoa! Whoa! My goodness! The American Dragon with a huge dive from the top rope to the outside of the Far West Rodeo arena floor. Unbelievable.
That arena floor, as pointed out many times, is a dance floor with no padding. That is just a carpet over the dance floor. Beautiful flip from the Dragon, taking a high risk, his own safety, no concern as he leaps over the railing.
The referee's counted 8. I don't think a Dragon's unbelievable. Oh, that's it. The American Dragon does not make it back to the ring by the count of 10. Spanky is the winner, making him the #1 contender for the television championship.
All right, we know who the #1 contender is.
Dragon.
You and I are not done. I will see you, and you're going to tell the people exactly the issue between Venom and the Commission.
That is fine. Let's go to break. Let's go to break.
He's got a point to make. We'll be right back.
While you're over in Japan wrestling a bunch of nobodies, I've been here in the TWA kicking butt. Well, tonight, I'm going to keep doing that, on my way to becoming the #1 contender for the TV title.
Coming off a hot winning streak in Japan, I'm looking to get back into the mix in the TWA. Shooter Schultz, you've been making quite a name for yourself. Well, nobody makes a name for themselves against me. I'm going to be the #1 contender for that TV title after tonight.
Kevin Vargas, this is a very special night. This entire show is dedicated to a Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy student, Raj Grewal. Raj, our prayers and our hopes are with you. And all the TWA stars, all the Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy students are there for you, buddy, if you need us.
This first match should be something that'll end up on a highlight reel. What we have, first off, we have the Heartbreak Kid back where he belongs at the broadcast table. Venom nowhere to be found at the broadcast table. And in the ring, the American Dragon back from a successful tour of Japan. And a guy who has just been on a rampage, Shooter Schultz.
And I'll tell you what, Kevin, the Dragon just got off the plane yesterday. You got to wonder if jet lag is going to set in. I know when I came back, I was worn out for a week. But then again, I'm not his age.
American Dragon, a young man who has been earning a lot of recognition throughout the world of wrestling. Spent time in the dojo training on a successful tour, doing whatever it takes to improve his ability, to improve his craft. so he can move up the ranks. And this match is to see who is the #1 contender for the TV title. And no matter who comes out of this match the winner, whoever becomes #1 with a bullet, that bullet will be aimed at Spanky and his belt. Beautiful drop kick.
Nice drop kick. I'll tell you what, Kevin, Shooter has made quite a name for himself. He has been beating up everybody, but he has yet to face the American Dragon in his style.
American Dragon throwing the boots down, laying it in on Shooter Schultz. Goes to whip him in, reversal into the turnbuckle. Quick adjustment. Both wrestlers trying to jockey for position, basically. Simple lockup. Couple of elbows by the American Dragon. Trying to work his way out. Flipped around into the suplex.
Dragon is one of the most resilient stars we have here in the TWA, but you have to wonder, he had a 12-day tour stint in Japan. He just got off the plane. You have to wonder if that's going to play an effect in this match.
Picks him up and just drops him down. Dragon runs right into the slam. Little sidewalk slam. Takes the wind out of the American Dragon, but there's enough presence of mind to roll out before the big three can be laid down.
Well, one thing, Kevin, it doesn't matter if he's been on a 100-day tour. You're not going to pin the American Dragon without hooking a leg.
We've got a hot crowd tonight here at Far West Rodeo who are hungry for tonight's TWA action and hungry to see what Venom has to say about your return.
Whoa, big
up and over.
Backflip up the top rope. Springs in his feet. Look at that.
Forward moonsault. Takes down Shooter Schultz. Hooks the leg. Not enough. Shooter Schultz has been on the rampage. I'll say it again. The man's like a rhinoceros. He has just been plowing through that impenetrable hide, and it's going to take more from the American Dragon before he'll put Shooter Schultz down. Both of these young men know Spanky is out there with a title that they want. And what they want for Christmas is they want the belt. Both of these men want to start 2000 on that winning streak that results in that TV title. Drop kick, and Shooter Schultz tries to regain composure, just rolls right out here in front of the crowd at Far West Rodeo.
Whoa!
Slides in, he is safe.
Big, oh! Asahi moonsault.
The Asahi moonsault for the second rope. Takes out Shooter Schultz on the floor of the Far West Rodeo. Fans roaring their approval. Dragon checking on the knee.
That's one thing that goes along with that high-risk style. You're always at risk of injury. Now you're at risk of injury anytime in this business.
Shooter Schultz once again blocks the maneuver, picks him out into the suplex. Dragon gets the foot on the rope, and the referee saw that. Shooter Schultz not too happy, but there's nothing you can do about it.
I'll tell you, the one thing about Shooter, Kevin, is that 1 minute you've got the momentum, but the minute he catches you, you have no idea how he's going to throw you. He knows so many suplex maneuvers.
For example, right now, up there on the second rope, American Dragon just doing the smart thing. Snaps him, flips over, snaps him into a modified neck breaker, and just drops down Shooter Schultz. I don't care how big, how bad, how tough you are. When that neck gets whipped like that, your wind is gone. You're not very coherent, as you can see.
I think the Dragon learned a couple trips over there in Japan.
Dragon with the big, goes for the elbow.
What elevation.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, here's Rudy Boy and that other.
Whoever this bone crusher is, he is hanging out a lot with Rudy Boy Gonzalez. They're almost like an inseparable pair these days. We still don't know what their connection is, but we do know this. Shooter Schultz is not happy, complaining to Rudy, what are you doing in my match?
This is the second time they've interfered in one of his matches. That can't make him happy, but Rudy, as we all know, Rudy Boy has a grudge with anyone vying for the TV championship.
Rudy Boy Gonzalez made the statement before the card tonight. He wants that belt back where it belongs, around his waist, and that punk Spanky that in with the chair. Bone crusher turns.
Oh!
And gets crushed to the skull. Spanky cleaning house. TWA favorite Spanky just comes in with the chair. Shades of Shawn Michaels in his heyday. There's always a great equalizer. When you've got that fire, when you've got that desire, and you are a champion and you plan on staying a champion, you do what you have to do.
And I tell you what, here you look at it, folks. All four men, all interested in one thing, the television title. But Dragon and Spanky want to do it the fair way. Rudy Boy and Bone Crusher, they'll take it any way they can get it.
What's the referee going to call here? Goes in, raises the arm. American Dragon gets the decision, and therefore
he will face Spanky for the television title in the future.
TWA TV champion Spanky, he has said before, he will be glad to give anybody in the TWA a shot, be it foe or friend. And you know when Spanky and the American Dragon get together, it is going to be one high-action match.
You and me have had some classic matches, and I'm sure this one isn't going to be any different, with the exception that tonight, I'm going to walk out the new television champion.
American Dragon, you look ridiculous in that getup of yours. But I like you, kiddo. You got spunk. So now you're the number one contender of the most coveted television title in all of South Central Texas. Well, good luck to you, boy.
The American Dragon, upon returning from a successful tour of Japan,
Here's your challenger. Please welcome the American Dragon.
upon his first night return from Japan, he won the #1 contender slot for Spanky's TV title.
And here he comes.
He is making his way down the aisle. He is your Texas Wrestling Alliance television champion, Spanky.
I hate to sound like rerun season. I feel like I say this every time we see him. He is not necessarily the biggest competitor in the Texas Wrestling Alliance, but when it comes to the size of the heart, it ain't always the size of the man in the fight, but the size of the fight of the man. And Spanky is about 10 times his body weight in heart.
And I think that goes for both these individuals. Both the Dragon and Spanky have shown great class, great sportsmanship, and I think they'll do so tonight.
They have teamed up before, they have fought each other before, and whether it's together or apart, they never fail to disappoint the fans of the TWA with one high-impact, fast-paced match. Going for the double dropkick. They are very similar in strategy, as it shows. They keep trying to get the advantage and throwing the same moves, really not effectively landing, just basically blocking. They're jockeying for position. It's like a couple of big bull elks. One, two, big slap. Knife edge chop by the American Dragon. Spanky lays one of his own in. Ooh. Drops in the foot. Snap over. Huge boot by the American Dragon to Spanky's back. There is a nice red mark on Spanky just under the shoulder blade. That had to rock the champion.
A nice little handshake. You know, if you can't beat up your friends, who can you beat up, huh?
There is mutual respect among these two. They know. One thing they have both said about the other man, at least if I'm going to lose, if I lose to him, it will be to a great wrestler.
Exactly.
Again, just jockeying for position. Quick go behind into the arm bar. American Dragon locks in Spanky. Spanky rolls over yet again, springboards up, and breaks in an arm bar of his own. Dragon with a similar block and an additional move that locks up Spanky. Hip toss up and over.
Folks, get out your wrestling dictionaries, because there are going to be moves in this match that I know I can't describe, and I've been doing it for 15 years.
Sean, when it comes to these two, there's moves in this match that we can't keep up with. Even with these two, if you know a move, it's easy to miss because the pace is just relentless. And you know when they crank it up, there will be some brutality. Even a cameraman is not safe anywhere near these two. Spanky blocks Dragon, walks him over, up, walking the ladder onto the top rope. Whoa! Kind of a variation Spankensteiner there.
There you go. He'd love to know that you called it that.
Spanky, Spanky knocked into 2001 with that blow by the American Dragon. About 366 days of dizziness waiting to come after something like that. We do not recommend you try that at home.
I'll tell you, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt John Barnes.